Introduction to Leadership and Management. Leadership and management are critical components for the success of any organization, guiding teams and resources towards common objectives. While often used interchangeably, they represent distinct yet complementary roles within a professional setting. Understanding their unique contributions is fundamental for aspiring and current professionals seeking to enhance their organizational impact. This course will delve into the core principles, theories, and practical applications of both disciplines, providing a holistic view of effective organizational guidance. We will explore how leaders inspire vision and direction, while managers ensure efficient execution and resource optimization. The interplay between these roles creates a robust framework for achieving strategic goals and fostering a thriving workplace culture. Effective leadership sets the strategic direction, fostering innovation and adaptability in response to market changes and internal challenges. Management, on the other hand, focuses on the tactical implementation of these strategies, ensuring daily operations run smoothly and efficiently. Both are indispensable for navigating the complexities of modern business environments. This introductory section lays the groundwork for understanding the foundational concepts that underpin successful organizational performance. It emphasizes the importance of developing both leadership qualities and management competencies to drive sustained growth and achieve desired outcomes. Defining leadership. Core concepts. Leadership is fundamentally about influencing, motivating, and enabling others to contribute to the effectiveness and success of the organizations of which they are members. It involves setting a clear vision, inspiring commitment, and guiding individuals through challenges and changes. A true leader empowers their team, fostering an environment where creativity and initiative are encouraged. They often act as mentors, developing the capabilities of their subordinates and preparing them for future responsibilities. Leadership is less about authority and more about influence, building trust and rapport with followers. It requires a deep understanding of human psychology and the ability to connect with people on an emotional level, driving them towards a shared future. Key aspects of leadership include vision setting, strategic thinking, communication, and the ability to adapt to new circumstances. Leaders articulate a compelling future, painting a picture of what is possible and inspiring others to join them on that journey. They are forward-looking, constantly scanning the horizon for opportunities and threats, and formulating plans to navigate them. Effective communication ensures that the vision is clearly understood and embraced by everyone. Adaptability allows leaders to pivot when necessary, guiding their teams through unforeseen obstacles and maintaining momentum towards their goals. Ultimately, leadership is about inspiring voluntary action towards a collective purpose. Defining management. Core concepts. Management focuses on the effective and efficient utilization of resources to achieve organizational goals. It involves a systematic approach to planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling activities within an organization. Managers are responsible for ensuring that tasks are completed on time, within budget, and to the required standards. They allocate resources, delegate responsibilities, and monitor progress, making adjustments as needed to keep projects on track. The essence of management lies in its operational focus, ensuring that day-to-day activities align with strategic objectives. It is a disciplined process that aims to maximize productivity and minimize waste, ensuring smooth workflow and consistent output. Key management functions include setting objectives, designing organizational structures, recruiting and training personnel, overseeing daily operations, and evaluating performance. Managers translate strategic visions into actionable plans, breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable tasks. They create clear reporting lines and allocate roles to optimize team efficiency. Through supervision and guidance, they ensure that employees have the necessary tools and support to perform their duties effectively. Regular monitoring and feedback mechanisms are crucial for identifying deviations from plans and implementing corrective actions. Ultimately, management is about executing plans effectively and maintaining operational stability. Distinguishing leadership from management. While both leadership and management are essential for organizational success, they differ in their primary focus and approach. Leadership is often described as doing the right things, emphasizing vision, inspiration, and strategic direction. Leaders challenge the status quo, innovate, and motivate people to embrace change, often operating with a long-term perspective. They are concerned with the why and what of an organization's journey, fostering a culture of growth and transformation. Their influence stems from personal qualities, charisma, and the ability to articulate a compelling future, rather than solely from their formal position. This distinction highlights the transformative nature of leadership, which aims to move an organization towards new horizons. Management, conversely, is about doing things right, focusing on efficiency, execution, and maintaining stability within established systems. Managers plan, organize, staff, direct, and control resources to achieve specific, measurable objectives, typically with a shorter-term operational outlook. They are concerned with the how and when of tasks, ensuring processes are followed and resources are optimally utilized. Their authority is often derived from their formal position within the organizational hierarchy, allowing them to allocate tasks and enforce policies. While leaders inspire, managers implement, ensuring that the daily operations align with the broader strategic vision. Both roles are interdependent, with effective organizations requiring a blend of strong leadership and robust management. Key leadership theories. Trait theory. Trait theory is one of the earliest approaches to understanding leadership, suggesting that leaders are born with certain inherent qualities or traits that make them effective. This theory posits that successful leaders possess a unique set of characteristics that distinguish them from non-leaders. Early research focused on identifying these universal traits, such as intelligence, self-confidence, determination, integrity, and sociability. The idea was that if these traits could be identified, individuals possessing them could be selected for leadership positions. This perspective emphasizes the personal attributes of the leader as the primary determinant of their effectiveness, suggesting that leadership is an innate quality rather than a learned skill. It implies a great man or great woman approach to leadership, where certain individuals are naturally predisposed to lead. While trait theory provided an initial framework, it faced criticism for its inability to produce a definitive list of universal leadership traits applicable across all situations. Researchers found that the importance of specific traits could vary depending on the context and the demands of the situation. For example, a trait useful in a military setting might not be as effective in a corporate environment. Furthermore, the theory did not account for the development of leadership skills, implying that one either has the traits or does not. Despite its limitations, trait theory laid the groundwork for future research by highlighting the significance of individual characteristics in leadership, even if it didn't fully explain how leadership works in practice. It encouraged further exploration into what makes a leader effective beyond just their inherent qualities. Key leadership theories. Behavioral theories. Behavioral theories of leadership shifted the focus from innate traits to observable actions and behaviors of leaders. This approach suggests that leadership can be learned and developed, as it is defined by what leaders do rather than who they are. Researchers identified two primary categories of leader behaviors: task-oriented behaviors and relationship-oriented behaviors. Task-oriented behaviors focus on achieving goals, defining roles, planning activities, and monitoring performance. Relationship-oriented behaviors, on the other hand, prioritize the well-being of subordinates, building rapport, fostering teamwork, and providing support. These theories propose that effective leaders exhibit a balance of both types of behaviors, adapting their style to suit the situation and the needs of their team. Studies conducted at Ohio State University and the University of Michigan were pivotal in developing behavioral theories. The Ohio State studies identified initiating structure, task-oriented, and consideration relationship-oriented as key dimensions of leadership behavior. The Michigan studies identified employee-oriented and production-oriented behaviors with similar implications. These theories provided a more practical framework for leadership development, suggesting that individuals could be trained to adopt effective leadership behaviors. The emphasis moved from selecting leaders based on inherent traits to developing leaders through training and experience. This marked a significant shift in understanding leadership, making it more accessible and actionable for a wider range of individuals. It highlighted that effective leadership is not just about personality, but also about deliberate actions and interactions. Key leadership theories. Contingency theories. Contingency theories propose that there is no single best style of leadership. Instead, the most effective leadership style depends on the specific situation or context. These theories emphasize that a leader's effectiveness is contingent upon how well their leadership style matches the demands of the situation. Factors such as the leader's personality, the nature of the task, the characteristics of the followers, and the organizational environment all play a crucial role in determining the optimal approach. This perspective moves beyond the one-size-fits-all idea, acknowledging the complexity and variability of real-world leadership challenges. It suggests that successful leaders are those who can accurately assess their environment and adapt their style accordingly, rather than rigidly adhering to a single approach. The ability to be flexible and responsive is paramount. Seidler's contingency model, Hersey-Blanchard's situational leadership theory, and path-goal theory are prominent examples of this approach. Fiedler's model suggests that a leader's style is relatively fixed, and effectiveness comes from matching the leader to the right situation. Hersey-Blanchard's theory, however, posits that leaders can and should adjust their style based on the readiness level of their followers. Path-goal theory focuses on how leaders can motivate followers to achieve goals by clarifying the path and removing obstacles. These theories provide practical frameworks for leaders to analyze their circumstances and choose the most appropriate course of action, highlighting the dynamic interplay between leader, followers, and situation. They underscore the importance of situational awareness and adaptive leadership. Key leadership theories. Transformational leadership. Transformational leadership is a highly influential theory that focuses on inspiring and motivating followers to achieve extraordinary outcomes, often beyond their own self-interest. Transformational leaders achieve this by creating a compelling vision, communicating it effectively, and acting as role models. They challenge followers to innovate and grow, fostering an environment of intellectual stimulation and personal development. This leadership style is characterized by its ability to transform individuals and organizations, leading to higher levels of performance and satisfaction. It moves beyond transactional exchanges, where leaders motivate through rewards and punishments, towards a more profound, values-based influence. The leader inspires a shared commitment to a collective purpose, elevating the aspirations of the entire team. The four key components of transformational leadership are often referred to as the 4 I's: individualized consideration, intellectual stimulation, inspirational motivation, and idealized influence. Individualized consideration involves treating each follower as an individual, providing coaching and mentoring. Intellectual stimulation encourages creativity and problem-solving by challenging assumptions. Inspirational motivation involves communicating a clear and compelling vision that inspires enthusiasm and commitment. Idealized influence refers to the leader acting as a role model, earning trust and respect through their integrity and strong ethical conduct. Together, these elements enable transformational leaders to foster significant positive change and empower their teams to reach their full potential, creating a lasting impact on both individuals and the organization. Essential management functions. Planning. Planning is the foundational management function, involving the process of setting objectives and determining the best course of action to achieve them. It requires foresight, strategic thinking, and a clear understanding of an organization's mission and vision. Effective planning involves analyzing the current situation, forecasting future trends, identifying potential opportunities and threats, and then formulating strategies and tactics. This function provides direction for all other management activities, ensuring that resources are allocated purposefully and efforts are coordinated towards common goals. Without proper planning, an organization can drift aimlessly, making reactive decisions rather than proactive ones. It is the blueprint for success, guiding every step of the organizational journey. The planning process typically includes several key steps. First, managers must establish clear, measurable objectives that align with the organization's overarching goals. Second, they need to identify and analyze the internal and external factors that could affect the achievement of these objectives. Third, alternative courses of action are developed and evaluated, considering their feasibility and potential outcomes. Fourth, the most suitable plan is selected and documented, outlining specific steps, timelines, and resource requirements. Finally, mechanisms for monitoring progress and making necessary adjustments are established. This systematic approach ensures that plans are robust, adaptable, and capable of guiding the organization through various challenges to achieve its desired future state. Essential management functions. Organizing. Organizing is the management function that involves structuring resources and activities to achieve organizational objectives efficiently. It includes determining what tasks need to be done, who is responsible for them, how tasks are to be grouped, who reports to whom, and where decisions are to be made. This function establishes the framework within which all work is performed, creating a clear hierarchy and division of labor. Effective organizing ensures that every individual understands their role and responsibilities, minimizing confusion and maximizing coordination. It is about creating a cohesive and functional structure that supports the execution of plans and the achievement of goals. A well-organized structure facilitates communication, streamlines processes, and optimizes resource utilization. Essential management functions. Staffing. Staffing is the management function concerned with acquiring, developing, utilizing, and retaining competent human resources to achieve organizational goals. It involves a comprehensive process that begins with workforce planning, assessing future human resource needs, and identifying any skill gaps. This function ensures that the right people are in the right jobs at the right time, possessing the necessary skills and qualifications. Effective staffing is crucial for building a high-performing team and maintaining a competitive advantage. It directly impacts productivity, innovation, and overall organizational culture. Investing in robust staffing processes helps an organization attract top talent and cultivate a skilled workforce capable of adapting to evolving challenges and opportunities. The staffing process encompasses several critical activities. These include recruitment, attracting a pool of qualified candidates for open positions; selection, choosing the best candidates through interviews, assessments, and background checks; training and development, enhancing employees' skills and knowledge to improve performance and prepare them for future roles; performance appraisal, evaluating employee performance against established standards and providing feedback; compensation and benefits, designing fair and competitive reward systems; retention, implementing strategies to keep valuable employees motivated and engaged; These activities collectively ensure that an organization has the human capital it needs to thrive and grow, fostering a productive and engaged workforce. Essential management functions. Directing, also known as leading, is the management function that involves guiding, motivating, and overseeing employees to achieve organizational goals. It is the action-oriented phase where managers put plans into motion by communicating instructions, inspiring commitment, and providing necessary support. This function is crucial for ensuring that employees are engaged, productive, and aligned with the organization's objectives. Effective directing requires strong interpersonal skills, the ability to articulate expectations clearly, and a genuine interest in the well-being and development of team members. It is about creating a positive work environment where individuals feel empowered to contribute their best. A manager's ability to direct effectively directly impacts team morale and overall performance. Key elements of directing include motivation, inspiring employees to perform at their highest level through various incentives and recognition. Communication, clearly conveying instructions, feedback, and organizational information to ensure understanding and alignment. Leadership, guiding and influencing employees towards common goals, fostering a shared vision. Supervision, overseeing employee activities to ensure tasks are completed correctly and on time, providing guidance and support as needed. These elements work together to create a dynamic and productive work environment. Through effective directing, managers can foster a culture of accountability, collaboration, and continuous improvement, ultimately driving the organization towards its strategic objectives. It is the heart of day-to-day operational guidance. Essential management functions. Controlling. Controlling is the management function that involves monitoring organizational performance, comparing it against established standards, and taking corrective action when necessary. It is the final link in the management chain, ensuring that activities are performed according to plan and that objectives are met. This function is crucial for identifying deviations, preventing errors, and maintaining organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Effective control systems provide managers with timely and accurate information, enabling them to make informed decisions and adjust strategies as needed. It acts as a feedback mechanism, allowing organizations to learn from their experiences and continuously improve. Without proper control, even the best-laid plans can go astray, leading to inefficiencies and missed opportunities. A controlling process typically involves 4 main steps: establishing performance standards, setting clear, measurable benchmarks for success; measuring actual performance, collecting data and assessing how well tasks are being executed; comparing actual performance with standards, identifying any variances or deviations, taking corrective action, implementing changes to bring performance back in line with standards, or adjusting standards if they are unrealistic. This continuous cycle ensures that the organization remains on track, adapts to changing circumstances, and achieves its desired outcomes. Control is not just about identifying problems, but also about fostering a culture of accountability and continuous improvement, driving the organization towards sustained success. Developing leadership skills. Communication. Effective communication is arguably the most critical skill for any leader. It involves not only conveying information clearly and concisely, but also actively listening, understanding nonverbal cues, and fostering open dialogue. Leaders must be able to articulate their vision, inspire their teams, provide constructive feedback, and resolve conflicts through effective communication. Poor communication can lead to misunderstandings, decreased morale, and missed opportunities, hindering organizational progress. A leader's ability to connect with diverse audiences, both internally and externally, is paramount for building trust and achieving shared goals. It is the foundation upon which all other leadership actions are built, enabling collaboration and alignment. Developing strong communication skills involves several key practices. These include active listening, fully concentrating on what others are saying, both verbally and non-verbally, to understand their perspectives; clarity and conciseness, expressing ideas in a straightforward manner, avoiding jargon and ambiguity. Empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of others, which helps in tailoring messages appropriately. Feedback delivery, providing constructive and timely feedback that encourages growth and improvement. Non-verbal communication, being aware of body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions, and using them effectively. By mastering these aspects, leaders can build stronger relationships, foster a more transparent environment, and ensure that their message resonates with their audience, driving collective action and success. Developing leadership skills. Decision-making. Decision-making is a cornerstone of effective leadership, requiring the ability to choose the best course of action from several alternatives. Leaders are constantly faced with choices that can significantly impact their teams and organizations, ranging from strategic direction to operational adjustments. Sound decision-making involves critical thinking, problem-solving, and often a degree of risk assessment. It requires leaders to gather relevant information, analyze it thoroughly, consider various perspectives, and anticipate potential consequences. The quality of decisions made by a leader directly influences organizational performance, employee morale, and overall success. A confident and well-reasoned decision can inspire trust and propel a team forward, while indecision or poor choices can lead to stagnation and setbacks. A decision-making process typically involves several key steps. First, leaders must clearly define the problem or opportunity that requires a decision. Second, they need to gather all relevant information and data, seeking input from diverse sources. Third, various alternative solutions or courses of action should be generated and thoroughly evaluated, considering their pros and cons. Fourth, the most appropriate alternative is selected based on established criteria and organizational values. Fifth, the decision is implemented. And finally, its effectiveness is monitored and reviewed. This systematic approach helps leaders make informed, rational decisions, even under pressure, minimizing biases and maximizing the likelihood of positive outcomes. It is a continuous cycle of assessment, choice, and evaluation. Developing leadership skills. Motivation and influence. Motivation and influence are fundamental leadership skills that enable leaders to inspire their teams to achieve higher levels of performance and commitment. Motivation involves understanding what drives individuals and creating an environment where they feel compelled to contribute their best. Influence, on the other hand, is the ability to persuade others to adopt a particular viewpoint or take a specific action without relying solely on formal authority. Effective leaders use a combination of intrinsic and extrinsic motivators, tailoring their approach to individual needs and team dynamics. They build rapport, demonstrate empathy, and articulate a compelling vision that resonates with their followers' values. This dual capacity allows leaders to not only guide, but also to genuinely inspire their teams. Developing these skills requires a deep understanding of human psychology and interpersonal dynamics. Key strategies include building trust, demonstrating integrity, honesty, and reliability to earn the respect of followers. Empowerment, delegating authority and providing autonomy to foster a sense of ownership and responsibility. Recognition and rewards, acknowledging and celebrating achievements to reinforce positive behaviors and boost morale. Clear vision and purpose, communicating a compelling future that aligns with individual aspirations. Active listening and empathy, understanding followers' concerns and perspectives to build stronger connections. By mastering these techniques, leaders can create a highly motivated and engaged workforce, capable of overcoming challenges and achieving ambitious goals, thereby amplifying their positive impact on the organization. Developing leadership skills. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is a critical leadership skill that involves the ability to understand and manage one's own emotions, as well as to perceive, understand, and influence the emotions of others. Leaders with high EQ are better equipped to navigate complex social situations, build strong relationships, resolve conflicts, and inspire trust. They possess self-awareness, allowing them to understand their strengths, weaknesses, and emotional triggers. This self-knowledge enables them to manage their reactions effectively, especially under pressure. Furthermore, emotionally intelligent leaders are adept at empathy, putting themselves in others' shoes to understand their perspectives and feelings. This understanding is vital for fostering a supportive and inclusive work environment where employees feel valued and understood. The 5 key components of emotional intelligence, as identified by Daniel Goleman, are self-awareness, recognizing and understanding one's own moods, emotions, and drives; self-regulation, controlling or redirecting disruptive impulses and moods; motivation, a passion to work for reasons beyond money or status, pursuing goals with energy and persistence; empathy, understanding the emotional makeup of other people; social skills, proficiency in managing relationships and building networks. Developing these competencies allows leaders to lead with greater authenticity, foster stronger team cohesion, and create a more positive and productive organizational culture. High EQ is often a stronger predictor of leadership success than traditional intelligence, IQ, as it directly impacts a leader's ability to connect with and inspire their followers. Effective management practices. Delegation. Delegation is a crucial management practice that involves assigning authority and responsibility for specific tasks to subordinates. It is not merely about offloading work, but about empowering team members, developing their skills, and optimizing resource utilization. Effective delegation frees up a manager's time to focus on strategic initiatives, while simultaneously building the capabilities and confidence of their team. It fosters a sense of ownership and accountability among employees, leading to increased engagement and job satisfaction. When done correctly, delegation can significantly enhance team productivity and efficiency, leveraging the diverse talents within an organization. It is a powerful tool for both task completion and talent development, creating a win-win situation for managers and their teams. Successful delegation requires careful consideration and a structured approach. Key steps include clearly defining the task, outlining objectives, scope, and expected outcomes, selecting the right person, matching the task to an individual's skills, experience, and development needs, granting appropriate authority, providing the necessary power to make decisions and access resources, providing adequate resources and support, ensuring the subordinate has what they need to succeed, establishing checkpoints and feedback mechanisms, monitoring progress without micromanaging, recognizing achievements, acknowledging successful completion, and providing constructive feedback for improvement. By following these guidelines, managers can delegate effectively, fostering a culture of trust, growth, and high performance within their teams, ultimately contributing to organizational success. Effective management practices. Performance management. Performance management is a continuous process of setting expectations, monitoring performance, developing employees, and providing feedback to ensure that individuals and teams contribute effectively to organizational goals. It moves beyond annual appraisals to a holistic approach that integrates goal setting, ongoing coaching, and regular reviews. The aim is to create a high-performance culture where employees understand what is expected of them, receive the support they need to succeed, and are recognized for their contributions. Effective performance management helps identify strengths, address weaknesses, and align individual efforts with strategic objectives. It is a proactive system designed to optimize human capital and drive continuous improvement across the organization. Key components of an effective performance management system include goal setting, establishing clear, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART objectives. Ongoing feedback and coaching, providing regular constructive feedback and guidance to help employees improve. Performance reviews, conducting periodic formal evaluations to assess progress and discuss development plans. Development plans, creating tailored plans to enhance skills and prepare employees for future roles. Recognition and rewards, acknowledging and incentivizing high performance. This integrated approach ensures that employees are continuously growing, their performance is aligned with organizational needs, and their contributions are valued. It fosters a culture of accountability and development, crucial for sustained organizational success and employee satisfaction. Effective management practices, conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is an essential management skill that involves addressing disagreements and disputes between individuals or groups within an organization in a constructive manner. Conflicts are inevitable in any workplace, arising from differences in opinions, values, goals, or communication styles. Effective managers do not avoid conflict, but rather view it as an opportunity for growth and improved understanding. The ability to mediate disputes, facilitate dialogue, and find mutually acceptable solutions is crucial for maintaining a positive work environment and preventing escalation. Unresolved conflicts can lead to decreased morale, reduced productivity, and a toxic organizational culture, making skillful resolution a priority for managers. Managers employ various strategies for conflict resolution depending on the nature and intensity of the disagreement. These strategies include collaborating, seeking win-win solutions that satisfy all parties' concerns; compromising, finding a middle ground where each party gives up something to gain something; accommodating, yielding to the other party's concerns, often to preserve relationships; avoiding, sidestepping the conflict, which can be appropriate for minor issues or when emotions are high; competing, asserting one's own position, often used when quick, decisive action is needed. Effective conflict resolution also involves active listening, empathy, and focusing on the issues rather than personal attacks. By mastering these approaches, managers can transform potential disruptions into opportunities for stronger team cohesion and improved organizational effectiveness, fostering a more harmonious and productive workplace. 1. Building high-performing teams. Building high-performing teams is a critical leadership and management objective, as effective teams are the backbone of successful organizations. A high-performing team is characterized by clear goals, strong communication, mutual trust, shared accountability, and a commitment to continuous improvement. Leaders play a pivotal role in fostering such teams by establishing a compelling vision, setting clear expectations, and providing the necessary resources and support. They create an environment where team members feel empowered to contribute their unique skills and perspectives, leading to innovative solutions and superior results. The synergy within these teams often allows them to achieve far more than the sum of their individual parts, driving organizational excellence and resilience. Several key elements contribute to the development of high-performing teams. These include clear purpose and goals, ensuring all members understand the team's mission and objectives; role clarity, defining individual responsibilities and how they contribute to the collective goal; open communication, fostering an environment where ideas and feedback are freely exchanged; trust and psychological safety, creating a space where members feel safe to take risks and express concerns without fear of reprisal; conflict resolution skills, equipping the team to address disagreements constructively; strong leadership and support, providing guidance, removing obstacles, and advocating for the team. By focusing on these areas, leaders can cultivate teams that are not only productive, but also adaptable, resilient, and highly engaged, consistently delivering exceptional results and driving organizational success. Leading change and innovation. Leading change and fostering innovation are paramount responsibilities for modern leaders in an ever-evolving global landscape. Change leadership involves guiding an organization through transitions, whether they are technological advancements, market shifts, or internal restructuring. It requires anticipating future trends, articulating a compelling need for change, and effectively communicating the vision to overcome resistance. Innovation leadership, on the other hand, focuses on creating an environment that encourages new ideas, experimentation, and continuous improvement. Leaders must inspire creativity, provide resources for exploration, and be willing to take calculated risks. Both aspects are crucial for organizational survival and growth, enabling businesses to adapt, evolve, and stay competitive in dynamic markets. Without effective change and innovation, organizations risk stagnation and obsolescence. Effective leaders employ several strategies to successfully navigate change and drive innovation. These include creating a sense of urgency, highlighting the needs, the change, and its potential benefits, building a guiding coalition, assembling a diverse and influential group to champion the change, communicating the vision, clearly articulating the desired future state and how to achieve it, empowering broad-based action, removing barriers and encouraging participation from all levels, generating short-term wins, celebrating early successes to build momentum and reinforce progress, anchoring new approaches in the culture, integrating changes into the organizational values and practices. For innovation, leaders must also foster psychological safety, encourage experimentation, and provide platforms for idea generation and development. By mastering these strategies, leaders can transform challenges into opportunities, ensuring their organizations remain agile, resilient, and at the forefront of their industries. Ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility. Ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility, CSR, are increasingly vital aspects of modern organizational success. Ethical leadership involves guiding an organization with integrity, honesty, and a strong moral compass, ensuring that decisions and actions align with ethical principles and values. Leaders who embody ethical behavior set a positive example for their employees, fostering a culture of trust, transparency, and accountability. This approach extends beyond mere compliance with laws and regulations, embracing a commitment to doing what is right for all stakeholders. CSR, on the other hand, refers to an organization's commitment to operate in an economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable manner, contributing positively to society. Together, these principles build reputation, attract talent, and drive long-term value creation, demonstrating a commitment beyond profit. Key aspects of ethical leadership include integrity, acting consistently with one's values and principles; fairness, treating all individuals equitably and impartially; respect, valuing the dignity and rights of others; responsibility, taking ownership of decisions and their consequences; transparency, being open and honest in communication and actions. For CSR, organizations focus on initiatives such as environmental sustainability, fair labor practices, community engagement, and philanthropic efforts. Leaders must integrate these ethical and social considerations into strategic decision-making, ensuring that business practices not only generate profit but also contribute positively to society and the planet. This holistic approach builds a sustainable and reputable organization that thrives in the long run, earning the trust of customers, employees, and the wider community. Strategic thinking for leaders. Strategic thinking is a crucial leadership capability that involves envisioning the future, anticipating challenges, and formulating long-term plans to achieve organizational objectives. It goes beyond day-to-day operational concerns, requiring leaders to adopt a broad, holistic perspective of their organization and its external environment. Strategic thinkers are adept at identifying patterns, recognizing emerging trends, and understanding the interconnectedness of various factors that influence success. They are not just problem solvers, but opportunity creators, constantly seeking innovative ways to position their organization for sustained growth and competitive advantage. This forward-looking mindset enables leaders to make informed decisions that shape the organization's destiny, ensuring its relevance and resilience in a dynamic marketplace. Developing strategic thinking involves several key practices. These include environmental scanning, continuously monitoring external factors such as market trends, technological advancements, and competitive landscape; visioning, creating a clear, compelling picture of the desired future state for the organization; critical analysis, evaluating information objectively, questioning assumptions, and identifying underlying causes; systems thinking, understanding how different parts of the organization and its environment interact and influence each other; scenario planning, developing multiple future scenarios and preparing contingency plans; long-term perspective, prioritizing actions that contribute to enduring success rather than short-term gains. By cultivating these habits, leaders can move from reactive management to proactive leadership, guiding their organizations through uncertainty with clarity and purpose, ultimately achieving sustainable success and shaping a prosperous future. Global leadership and cultural competence. Global leadership and cultural competence are indispensable skills for leaders operating in today's interconnected world. Global leaders are those who can effectively lead diverse teams across different geographical locations, cultures, and time zones. This requires a deep understanding and appreciation of cultural nuances, communication styles, and business practices that vary significantly from one region to another. Cultural competence involves the ability to interact effectively with people from different cultural backgrounds, demonstrating respect, empathy, and adaptability. Leaders must move beyond ethnocentric views, embracing diversity as a source of strength and innovation. Failure to develop these skills can lead to misunderstandings, strained relationships, and missed global opportunities, hindering an organization's international expansion and collaboration efforts. Developing global leadership and cultural competence involves several key areas. These include cross-cultural communication, adapting communication styles to suit different cultural contexts, including verbal and non-verbal cues. Cultural intelligence, CQ, the ability to function effectively in culturally diverse situations, encompassing cognitive, motivational, and behavioral aspects. Global mindset, adopting a broad, inclusive perspective that values diversity and recognizes global interdependencies. Adaptability and flexibility, being open to new ideas and approaches, and adjusting strategies to fit local conditions. Empathy and respect, understanding and appreciating different cultural values and perspectives. By cultivating these competencies, leaders can successfully navigate the complexities of the global marketplace, build strong international partnerships, and foster inclusive environments that leverage the full potential of a diverse workforce, driving global success and innovation. Future trends in leadership and management. The landscape of leadership and management is continuously evolving, driven by technological advancements, changing workforce demographics, and global shifts. Future leaders and managers must be prepared to navigate an increasingly complex and uncertain environment. Key trends include the rise of artificial intelligence and automation, requiring leaders to manage human-AI collaboration and focus on uniquely human skills like creativity and emotional intelligence. The shift towards remote and hybrid work models demands new approaches to team cohesion, communication, and performance management. Furthermore, there is a growing emphasis on purpose-driven leadership, sustainability and diversity, equity and inclusion, DEI, pushing organizations to operate with a stronger social conscience. These trends necessitate a proactive and adaptive approach to leadership and management development, ensuring that organizations remain agile and relevant.